your life, huh?
Who have used our reserves 37 billion barrels of oil. And over 200 are hot topic. The enlargement of the petroleum industry has that enables an incorporation.
Yeah, we have.
Power generation is said to hover at an average of 5,000 megawatts. This level of power generation is indeed grossly inadequate to address development and growth challenges in the country. Adequate power supply is required to provide the much needed energy to power our industries, support the establishment and growth of MSMEs, the bedrock of national employment for our teeming youth. Stable electricity power supply is required to meet the diverse energy supply of the educational system, the transportation sector, and above all, to promote safety and security in our cities and enhance comfort at homes. The execution of this project speaks directly to the manifesto of your government, sir. Permit me to quote: to generate, transmit, and distribute sufficient, affordable electricity to give our people the requisite power to enlighten their lives, their homes, and their very dreams. Its implementation will achieve the commitment of Your Excellency to modernize and expand infrastructure so that the rest of the economy can grow at an optimal rate, and to support the manufacture, creation, and invention of more of the goods and services we require to transform Nigeria from mere consumers nation to a nation of creators, and finally to build a Nigeria, especially for our youth, where sufficient jobs with decent wages create a better life. Indeed, with this project, our hope is being renewed. The 1,350 megawatt Gwagwalada Independent Power Project being sited on this 54.7 hectares of land in Gwagwalada, the Federal Capital Territory, as conceived, is to provide additional power generation output, and which, as projected, will, upon its completion, infuse into the national grid an average of 10.3 million megawatt hour of electricity per year, to be sold to MBET with a projected earnings of between 700 to 800 million within a 10-year period. More importantly, Your Excellency, during its construction to completion, the project will generate thousands of employment opportunities for the Nigerian youth, with youth in the FCT and Gwagwalada area, its catchment area, being the first beneficiary. This is a promise Your Excellency made and is being seen to fulfillment today. Let me appeal, Your Excellency, that upon its completion, the power requirements of the FCT administration to power the street lights required to promote public safety and security, the waste and water treatment plants, power supply to industrial areas, and so on and so forth, should be accorded priority of attention. As we celebrate this milestone, let me acknowledge the contribution of the people of Gwagwalada community, led by the area council chairman, Alhaji Giri, and the traditional community of Gwagwalada, in whose midst this project is sited. I wish to appeal to the host communities, especially the youth, to ensure that this massive infrastructure, which the federal government of Nigeria has graciously located within our common government, and therefore to commit to protect the facility, show love and support to characteristics of residents of FCT and citizens of the FCT to the construction company, Mrs. China Machinery Engineering Corporation, and appreciate your role as a stakeholder in the project. Mr. President, sir, as we break the ground today on this site, we celebrate the culmination of our collective efforts, your great vision for our country, and the beginning of a journey that will transform the energy landscape of Nigeria. It is our earnest expectation, sir, that much more of such people-oriented projects will come our way during your tenure in the FCT. Finally, I welcome with appreciation the NNPC, the engineering, procurement and construction contractor, Mrs. C.M.
To welcome Your Excellency, Mr. President, and Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of the Federal Republic of Nigeria to this historic event of the groundbreaking of the 350 megawatts project being the first phase of the planned capacity of 1,350 megawatts Gwagwalada Independent Power Plant, and to recognize the presence particularly of His Excellency the Governor of Borno State, the Deputy Governor of Nasarawa State, the permanent secretaries present here, the Deputy Speaker of the House of Representatives, our traditional rulers, members of the diplomatic corps, particularly the Ambassador of China to Nigeria, and other gentlemen and women, too numerous to mention, by all distinguished Your Excellency. Well, I would like to use this occasion to acknowledge the progressive policy direction of this administration to renew hope and reposition the Nigerian economy. The esteemed presence of Your Excellency at this event is a demonstration of your commitment and support to improve the nation's power generation capacity to support economic growth for our country, and for this, we are indeed very grateful. Nigeria is endowed with significant natural gas resources of over 209 TCF of proven gas reserves, and potential reserve of over 600 trillion standard cubic of gas. As a commercial enterprise, Your Excellency, NNPC sees these projects as an opportunity to monetize our abundant natural gas resources by expanding access to energy to support economic growth, industrialization, and job creation across the country. To achieve this national aspiration, NNPC has invested heavily in domestic gas footprints expansion projects through the delivery of the Trans-Nigeria Gas Pipeline project, which includes the Escravos to Lagos pipeline systems, we call it ELF and F1 and F2, the OB3 gas pipeline, and the Ajakuta Kano AKK gas pipeline. Your Excellency, Mr. President, this project is a giant step towards achieving NNPC's gas and power mandate to add 5 gigawatts into the national power generation by 2024. Currently, NNPC and partners are delivering about 800 megawatts to the national grid from Avan 6 and Okpai Phase 1 thermal power plants with combined installed capacity of 1,100 megawatts. We have also completed Okpai Phase 2 project that will add additional 320 megawatts of power to the national grid, and progressing with other plant projects across the country, including those along the AKK pipeline corridor. Excellency, our ambition is to create captive power plants across the country in small scale where transmission issues will not become a major concern. The Gwagwalada IPP is among NNPC's flagship power project along the AKK corridor. This is part of the 3,600 megawatt cumulative power capacity, which includes Kaduna IPP of 900 megawatts and Kano IPP of 1,350. They are all work in progress. The project will be delivered in collaboration with General Electric as the original equipment manufacturer, and China Machinery and Engineering Corporation as the engineering, procurement, and construction contractor. Just as we have recently commissioned the 50 megawatts Maiduguri emergency power plant, NNPC will continue to replicate similar viable business opportunities across the nation to enable access and affordability of energy across the country. And they will all be commercial, and they will cost no pain to Nigerians. For this worthy cause, Your Excellency, NNPC wishes to appreciate the collaboration and support of stakeholders, including the Ministry of Power, other relevant agencies such as Nigeria Electricity Regulatory Commission, Nigeria Bulk Electricity Trading PLC, the Transmission Company of Nigeria, Abuja Electricity Distribution Company, and the Gwagwalada Host Community, including our chief host, the Permanent Secretary, Minister of Federal Capital Territory. We know that expanding access to energy will change the game. It will create a better investment climate and promote economic growth, a win-win situation for the nation and for NNPC as a commercial energy company. Your Excellency, Mr. President, we want to assure you that NNPC Limited, as an energy company of choice, is committed to alleviating energy poverty and enhancing socio-economic development of our great nation. May I, Excellency, recall your resonating statement, which comes to our mind every time we remember development. And I quote, and you said, Mr. President, that we are not here to do what is comfortable. We are here to do what is right for our people and our country. We are here to answer to a greater and higher calling. That calling is the love of Nigeria. I end my quote. Excellency, your focus on ensuring energy sufficiency and security in our country will propel greater prosperity and bountiful livelihood for our countrymen and women who have honestly been assured of renewed hope by your Excellency. This indeed is manifestly high calling and a demonstration of a love for our country. Once again, Mr. President, and I thank you for the visionary leadership, encouragement and support to the NNPC Limited and the Nigerian petroleum industry. We remain eternally grateful to you, Mr. President. Thank you, Mr. President.
Power Plant Phase 1 project. I stand before you particularly filled with delight and honor to express our deepest gratitude on this special day, because power, energy, has not only become an essential resource, but has become a lifeline of economies, a lifeline of entities, a lifeline of individuals, a lifeline that we practically can hardly survive without, in one form or the other. First and foremost, our heartfelt appreciation goes to His Excellency, the President and Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces, our own President, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, GCFR. We are truly grateful for your presence here amidst your very busy schedule. Your Excellency, you could have chosen to do this virtually. You could have chosen to send a representation. But your being here today means a lot to all of us. And it also sends a message as to the importance of power and the need to provide power to Nigerian people. Your Excellency, Governor Zulum, an expatriate staff or non-expatriate or unskilled staff, but even for the market woman that will come here to sell her food, that will come to sell her rice every morning, it will open up doors and opportunities for so many people that will transport people in and out of this place, and all manner. All these are the multiplier effects of projects like this. Your Excellency, it is our sincere belief that tens of thousands of Nigerians will be touched by this project. To everyone who has in one way or the other contributed to the success of this event today, the technical staff, the security personnel, the ushers, the cleaners, the myriads of media men here present, I want you to know that all this wouldn't have been complete without you. I will want to say a very big thank you. Finally, we are truly humbled by your presence here today, and we extend our most sincere gratitude to each and every one of you. May God bless the Federal Republic of Nigeria.
I think the Niger problem is too. The Chinese ambassador, Your Excellency, the Chinese chief representatives, senior government officials, your traditional ruler, Your Eminence, we salute you for allowing us to invest here. All captains of industry, distinguished invited guests, ladies and gentlemen, it is a great joy to address you at this group groundbreaking ceremony to mark the commencement of another important piece of national infrastructure project. The 350 megawatts Govalada Independent Power Plant, phase 1 of the entire project, is extremely necessary and commendable for the economic growth of our country. The Abuja IPP, as it has come to be known, is a joint venture project between General Electric, GE, China Machinery and Engineering Corporation, CMEC, and Nigerian National Petroleum Company, NNPC Limited, to construct a 350 megawatts gas-fired power plant right here in Abuja. The groundbreaking is highly significant to the nation, and it marks the first bold step in this administration's concerted effort to establish a strong and varied energy sector that will drive the economy. Energy, I always say, is the most important discovery for humanity in the last 1,000 years. There's no life without power. We need the energy. As you have listened to the vote of thanks, detailed multiplier effect of economic opportunity, and what we need to drive the renewed hope agenda. During my campaign, I made commitment to Nigerians. I promised to make the provision of stable electricity a priority of this government. To use all available energy resources to increase power generation beyond the current installed capacity of just 12,000 megawatts. To strengthen the integrity of our transmission infrastructure and to ensure that all distribution bottlenecks are removed. All distribution bottlenecks will be removed. We cannot become a productive economy unless we become efficient. Not just in our offices, paperwork, approvals, licenses, opportunity for procurement, and integrity, accountability in a transparent manner. Nigeria cannot become a productive and industrialized economy. We cannot tackle poverty and create thousands of jobs, highly paying manufacturing jobs, unless we can generate and transmit and distribute reliable electricity. To accelerate our economic growth, we must remove every obstacle on our way to progress. That this project is taken off so early in the lifetime of this administration to serve as a notice to the residents of Abuja and indeed to all Nigerians of our determination to bring positive change to this nation. Let me give you another good news by the way. The recent strategic partnership between NNPC Limited and NIPCO Gas Limited to deploy compressed natural gas stations across the country is another excellent example. Congratulations. The landmark collaboration will expand Nigerian CNG infrastructure, improve access to CNG, and accelerate the adoption of a cheaper and cleaner alternative fuel for buses, cars, and keke napep. Under this NNPC and NIPCO partnership, 37 state-of-the-art CNG stations will be constructed nationwide, including 3 mother stations. Once fully operational, the station will have the ability to service 200,000 vehicles daily. This administration is equally poised to address all power value chain challenges and reduce the power-related hardship being experienced by too many of our citizens. Taking advantage of the global declaration that gas is a transitional fuel, as well as enabling provision of the Petroleum Industry Act, we shall attract greater investments. We will in the oil and gas sector. Through such investment, we shall harness the over 200 trillion cubic feet of proven natural gas, all the reserves within our borders, to develop our national infrastructure, create millions of new jobs and opportunities, and stimulate economic growth in a rapid manner. In addition, Nigeria will continue to vigorously pursue the implementation of other low-carbon energy solutions, such as solar, hydro, wind, thermal, and biofuel for both on-grid and off-grid power systems. We will focus on rural electrification to improve the standard of living of people in rural communities and re-energize their socio-economic opportunities. Therefore, the investment of NNPC Limited alongside its partners in the installation of additional 350 megawatts of this nature will improve the energy supply to homes, businesses, catalyze economic empowerment, and ultimately renew the hope of our energetic and creative citizens. I would like to commend the effort of NNPC along its partners for this initiative. I hereby urge and encourage a team that is positive to do our job. The 3-year project must be 3 years. Nigerians are watching, and they are anxious for all the promises made, and those promises must be kept. Use this opportunity to encourage and salute Ministry of Power and other relevant agencies. The Nigerian Electricity Regulation Commission, Nigeria Bulk Electricity Trading PLC, Transmission Company of Nigeria, TCN, to continue to work together with NNPC and other agencies to give Nigerian access to affordable and reliable electricity. Reassuring Nigeria finally that this government is determined to improve your life. And I'm glad that Baba Gana Sulum is here, representatives of national group. People reside in the state. I commend your efforts in Borno State. I will do more to partner with you. For Abuja Capital Territory, we are here as your tenants, partners, and collaborators. We will deepen domestic gas utilization to expand national power generation capacity, revitalize industries, and create multiple jobs for economic growth. It is therefore with immense joy and sense of honor that I lay today the foundation for the engineering, procurement, and construction of the 350 megawatts Gwagwalada thermal power plant project. Thank you, and God bless Federal Republic of Nigeria. God bless you.
On the 4th of August 2023.
By addressing the problem of insecurity in the nation, we are overwhelmed. We have seen the efforts of Mr. President in restoring energy supply to the country. I think this will go a long way in providing, in cushioning the effect of fuel subsidy removal, because you have heard from him that this power supply is to be powered by gas. Therefore, it will create affordability for the population to buy fuel, to use energy in their homes. I think this is a very good initiative, and we must commend the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. We must commend the Group Managing Director of NNPC for the great work that he has been doing with the support of Mr. President.
Okay, Mr. President gave a directive 3 years, must be 3 years. That sounds very strong.
I think this is something that we need in Nigeria, because normally we have histories of abandoned projects in Nigeria. And these projects, as President said, is 3 years. It's very important because monitoring and evaluation in order to ensure efficacy of projects and in order to ensure projects that are to be completed within a time frame. It's something that we need to emulate, Mr. President, and we have to give kudos for him. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Yeah, just like you rightly pointed out, another ground-breaking achievement of the current administration. It is groundbreaking indeed, not only for the facility, but for the administration, who promised in their manifesto when he was campaigning that energy was going to be prioritized. Many will produce manifestos during campaign just for the sake of winning election. But here is a man trying to implement every detail in his manifesto. Grab a copy. I have a copy. And I saw what is happening here coming alive from the letters of those manifestos. Prioritizing energy and looking for other sources that will be used to increase the availability of energy in our country. Gas is the way to go. Cars and power coming together is the way to go. And a deep thinker like the president, a focused man like the president, cannot do anything better than this, than taking us away from the traditional to this innovative path, and ensuring in his speech today that 3 years for this construction must indeed be 3 years. The multiply effect have been highlighted in the course of our discussion today during the opening ceremony, and I can tell you about 10,000 jobs will be created out of it. And as you know, small and medium scale industries, companies are the bedrock of our employment. It's going to be stimulated by this project. Energy availability means a lot in national growth. And I thank Mr. President for going this direction. And I can assure him that as the Deputy Speaker, with the mandate of the Speaker of the House of Representatives, we will give every legislative backing to this project to see that it not only comes into the light of the day, but it is something that Nigerians will begin to multiply from one region to the other until we increase energy availability in our country. Thank you very much.
Said I should wait. Said I should wait.
For his contact, right?
I don't know.
Yes. Let me give you my phone number now. Yeah?